When we say there's a carefully planned move to attack Igbo businesses and properties investment in the southwest of Nigeria, especially Lagos, we know what we are talking about. We have stayed somewhere around these places for so long to understand the politics that is being played. There's a tweet I saw today, and that tweet, I'll read it out. This is from a Twitter account, Excel Ayodele Yoruba. He said, this was an altercation between him and some of the staff of Elitist. I remember, Elitist is being owned by an Igbo man. The other time that they wore Ishagu attire, or Doom attire, it became a topic of controversy because some people don't like anything Igbo, they don't want it to come to the limelight. The politicians and some of the people that are planning these things behind closed doors, they are using the media, using their culture, using whatever they can do to denigrate, undermine the Igbo identity, culture, and integrity. So that issue became a topical issue throughout Nigeria, that Elitist was wearing an Ishiago, which is an attire that belonged to the Igbo culture. So they were angry with it. Now, this is another person having an altercation with Elitist staff. He says, I spoke Yoruba to the ladies at Elitist counter this morning. The manner at which they attacked me was uncalled for. I want to urge Alex Oyema to reorientate his staff and give them stern warning. Lagos, look at the statement. Lagos is Yoruba land. If you are not satisfied, you can relocate your business. This person went into a Nigerian company. Nigeria, the language we speak in Nigeria is English. He went into a Nigerian company that was located in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, and intentionally decided to speak Yoruba to the staff, knowing fully well that they may not understand. I told you before now, they were enraged at the adorning of the Ishiago attire by some of the staffs, wearing it as uniform. They were thinking that Igbo dominance has come to take over their businesses or whatever, their business space in Lagos. So with that mentality and with the intention, these people are intentional. They want to make you look bad for them to look good. The plan they have is to make sure that Igbo businesses, investment, and influence in the southwest dies. And however they can do it, whatever they can do, they will do so. Imagine going to a place whereby you know that they don't understand your language or they don't communicate with your own native language, but you decided to go and communicate that language to them and using it as a point of defense that where their business is Yoruba land, not Nigeria. Because these people are trying to say Yoruba land is different from Nigeria. In Nigeria, we speak English. The English we speak is a general language. So if you are going to communicate with other people that are not your tribe, they are supposed to speak English. But this one took it personal. You can see the source. He took it personal and said that if you can't cope with us speaking Yoruba to you, even though we know that you don't understand Yoruba, relocate your business. If you're not satisfied, Lagos is Yoruba land. That is the intention. There's Chinatown in Lagos State. You can't go to Chinatown and start speaking Yoruba. You speak in a language you understand. Tells you the height of hypocrisy that these people have and the willingness to make sure the desperate measures they are willing to take to make sure that they take over your buildings, your investment, and what have you. I repeat it again. Tunde Bagre, pastor, lecturing church, came out and said that he found himself in a meeting, and this meeting, the elders there were coming out to talk and discuss how they are going to take over Igbo businesses in Lagos State. It's always about Igbo businesses. I don't know whether the statistics is correct or is true. Over 60% of the houses in Lagos are owned or have been bought by Igbos. I don't know whether it's true, but it seems that the Igbos have become a threat in Lagos. That's why we are calling for people that have sense in Igbo land. The other time, Ojukwu came and saw what the Igbos invested in Alaba and call them goats, look at the end result. You are in a place and all the people there have to do is to envy, claiming that you want to take over their land. Now, the better explanation, you don't need to start explaining to these people because you know their intention. When somebody has an intention, there's no need to prove right or prove that he's wrong. He has an intention. He's willing to go to do evil things to make sure that he achieves his aim. This man has started this episode of a thing, telling Airpeace that he needs to reorientate his staff to accept people speaking Yoruba that they don't understand. That if he's not satisfied with that, Lagos is Yoruba land, that he should relocate his business elsewhere. Let's use the logic of this man, the logic he uses, because some of these Yoruba Ronus, there's no sense. Some of them, they are just stupidly wise. I understand when you are being conservative. Be conservative for the right reasons. Some Yoruba sons have sold their family land to these guys. And how would it be their fault? You should look indoor and organize yourself and make sure that mistakes like that or like this is not repeated. They won't repeat these mistakes. But some family will sell their lands to the Igbos and the Igbos will buy and develop. Igbo come, they hustle, they are focused in their business. While you do parties, you drink and do all sort of good parties and spray money. At the end of the day, you sell your property to just do a party and you are blaming the Igbos for your irresponsibility. You take advantage of the fact that the federal government used Nigeria's resources to invest in Lagos. You have a sizable population. Most of the parastatals, most of the infrastructures that bring revenue to Nigeria, they are in Lagos. You take advantage of this and asking people to leave. You manipulate the private sector. You fix your guys in there. Most blue chip companies are being owned by the Yorubas because of the politics that is being played. If you're an Igbo or other tribe, they play that politics to make sure that you don't get to a certain ladder. Like what happens in Europe. There are some places that the blacks will not be allowed to go and learn and study, or some African countrymen will not be allowed to get admission. There are some job they will not give you, even though you are qualified. That's what they do here. So you want to start another war with Airpeace. There's one thing you don't know. If you are fighting the Igbo man because of his progress, he progresses the more, and you will not understand how he progresses. You want to stop his source of wealth. I usually move around and look at the extent at which Igbos have invested in Lagos and are paying salaries and revenue and making everywhere busy and bubbling. The competitiveness is making Lagos a vibrant place. The competitiveness that the Igbos bring to this town, to Lagos, is making Lagos a vibrant place. But yet you want to dispose them of their business. With the things that Airpeace, Alex Onyema, has done for Nigerians. During Buhari regime, he offered to take Nigerians that are stranded in other countries for free, bringing them back, evacuating Nigerians from war-torn countries, bringing them back, rescuing Nigerians, doing all this for Nigeria. Yet, this lowlife, I'll call that person lowlife, is coming out to claim he's a conservative, but he's looking for how they can cause trouble and make sure that they make Igbo businesses look irrelevant. When you look at comments from that post, many of the Southwesterners in that post have said that they should go and patronize Yoruba companies. They should not patronize Airpeace because he's an Igbo man. You can see the mentality of these people. You can see how they think. The Yoruba Ronu, not all Yorubas, Yoruba Ronu and Yoruba conservatives, in quotes, not all of them, because these guys are not sensible. You are going to a place like Dubai and you don't speak their language, and they give you same conditions you are giving an Alex Onyema in Lagos State. What would be your response? Okay, because you have a refinery, because Lagos is developed. What if Anambra is developed? Anambra is developed, and this is being applied to every other person that cannot speak Igbo in Anambra. How would you feel? What will you say? Since you are not using your senses and your brain, or your brain is not working. Alex Onyema has paid his dues. Alex Onyema has done what he has done for Nigeria. You cannot get to his level because you are just jealous because he's an Igbo man. Until we come to realize that we are human beings first. Before you are Yoruba, also Igbo, you are a human being first. And if you have any hope of afterlife, your afterlife does not really require that you are a Yoruba person to be qualified for any reward before God. You are a human being. What did you do as a human being on earth? That will be the question if you believe in afterlife. Not whether you are Yoruba, whether you are redeemed, whether you are this, that, or that. But yet, we want to perpetrate evil for our fellow human beings because we believe that we belong to a race, a certain race, or a certain tribe. Somebody said that Yoruba is not a tribe, it's a race. Okay, human race, the black race, the Yoruba race, certain tribe. These guys will not be cautioned. When this is being met with stiff attacks, reprisals, somebody will now be calling foul. Now, those people that are the good Yorubas are not saying anything now, but when somebody starts pushing back that narrative, the good Yorubas will come and tell you that you are being hurt, that you are reacting, that don't mention Yorubas, there are some that are good. But when the people that are doing this evil thing, we are doing what they are doing, they will not be cautioned by the good Yorubas. When you start attacking the person, the good Yorubas will now rise up. It's just like radical Muslims and moderate Muslims. Radical Muslims will be killing. Moderate Muslims will not say anything. But when there's an attack on Islam, the moderate Muslim will not jump up and say, we are not this, we are not that. You can see that logic. So Igbos, I will repeat it in all my broadcasts. We need to map out a way out of this mess. It seems we are distracted. It seems we don't know where we are moving to. We cannot rely on individual strength or individuality. We cannot rely on that individuality. We can do much more by working as a community. These guys are planning seriously. Let me tell you, I was born in Lagos. I lived among Yorubas for over 30 years. In fact, all my life I lived in Lagos. I lived among Yorubas. I understand Yoruba very well. Much more than my language, which is Igbo language. No, I understand, but I can speak Yoruba much more than the Igbo language. These people have a way they plan for you. They don't come outside and start doing. If they are doing their, that's why they said some of these guys are unstable. They are very good at hitting you at the back. They may have a plan to make sure that they relieve Igbo businesses little by little, little by little, one legislation after the other. In fact, if a legislation is used against an Igbo man, they can do 3 Igbo man, 1 Yoruba man, and maybe at the back they can give the Yoruba man compensation and not give the Igbo man compensation. For example, if they go to the streets and they say that Igbos are more in this area, and there's a legislation that tells that this street will destroy these houses, they will count the cost of Igbos that will be affected, hence the Yorubas. When they destroy it, they will not give compensation to the Igbos, but they will give compensation to their Yorubas. In quotes, I'm alleging. It may happen, it can happen. There's a capability of doing these things. We have seen businesses, we have seen competitions, we have seen business lobbying. We have seen what these people can do at every point in time. Shore has come out to say that the hatred Igbos, Nigerians have for Igbos is in their blood. You are a species that is special. You are a threat to many people. They don't like you. They don't want to see you so much. It doesn't bother them if Alex Onyema loses his business investment in Lagos. it pains them a lot. Little things during the last protest, before they started the protest, they were accusing Peter Obi of obedience. Even though they saw that Eshowore was the one at the front, championing everything, saying everything, Peter Obi never said one or two things. They were accusing Peter Obi, an Igbo man, obedience Igbo. They saw that could not fly. Before the week of the protest, they looted Igbo shops. I think at Surulere, Bode Thomas. It is stock in trade. They are looking for every opportunity to attack the Igbos. Every opportunity. So this one went into Airpeace and started speaking Yoruba, knowing fully well that an Igbo man owns this company, and he has that perception that this is an Igbo thing. Let me bring in a Yoruba thing so that I can get sympathy and start attacking them. That is the ideal. That is the end game of everything. At the end of the day, if you look at that person, probably he's lying or making this up, or he's a lowlife, or he's somebody. Big men don't play these games that you're playing. It's only politicians that play the game to be relevant in power. Nothing more, not too much. It's only politicians that can play that game for them to be relevant in power. A poor man is one that plays this stupid whatever. These are big men. If you don't know it now. Even though I support the Biafran agitation, and I'm a Biafran, this our society is divided into two: the higher class and the lower class. The higher class, all the tribes are there. The lower class, all the tribes are there. They use religion, they use ethnicity to divide you people. They all will benefit, and they will benefit. Whether it's a range of whatever. The elites are there. In the southeast, the elites are there that are not complaining, that are getting what is due them. The Hausas are there that is getting what is due them. The Fulanis are there that is getting what is due them. The Yorubas are there that is getting, the Shekiris, the Akwa Ibomites, the Ibibio. They are all there getting what is due them. Nothing. They are not lacking anything. But it is you. Somebody was complaining to me today. I told him that a Tinubu is much more concerned about his political dynasty, his political kingdom. The money that Nigeria is making might not be enough for them to loot. So how does it get to you as a Nigerian, as a Yoruba man? Since it's Emilokon, how does it get to you as a Yoruba man? Even when the money, the billions or trillions of naira, if they have the opportunity, one person can steal everything. They are compelled by law to somehow share these monies. That's why you see them sharing the money. If they have the opportunity, they can steal everything and sit on everything. While you, as his brother, in quote, goes hungry to bed for the rest of your life. While he destroys your destiny. Not too young to rule by Buhari. You're not too young. The young person are their children, not you, your children. Your children have no opportunities. There are jobs that are not meant for the poor. NMPC, you see Igbo there. Everybody is there. Even at the rate of whereby you see that discrepancies, this one have a number because of it. The president is there. We have more Yorubas, but they are Igbos. Everything is evenly shared among the elite and their children. So you are the loser. You are playing Bigotry. Alex Onyema will not come down. He has connection in high places. These people in that high places, they will not even look at you. They will just overlook you. The people that are affected are people that are not in that their top tier political class. And those people in that top tier political class are the only ones that can maintain that standard. You that you are saying that they should move Airpeace business from Lagos, you cannot attain that standard. Because it's not about a tribal thing when it comes to where they are. It's about the ties, the alliance they get. Atiku's son would marry El-Rufai's daughter. They marry themselves. They cannot marry you that is a low life, that doesn't even have enough money to even buy a ticket. Because I believe you may have made this thing up. So you need to have sense. If you are going to Ronu with sense. Don't Ronu because you want to be stupid and foolish. You can't stop the progress of an Igbo man. It is inherent for him to succeed. Even at the toughest place, you go to Oceania, you see an Igbo man. Australia, almost the ends of the earth, you see an Igbo man doing well. The other time, the Maiduguri flood. Ndume said that the most affected are the Igbos who have shops far away Maiduguri. Does that not ring anything in your head? And you think that by just coming out to make a tweet to denigrate, or they can tell him to lose his business, you're just kidding yourself. You need to grow up, and your children will not see that you are doing this stuff. I believe that the Igbo man will survive no matter what, until Biafra is declared.